Hello, thank you for being here. I hope that this video just serves as a comfort, if nothing else. Life's transitions can be extremely tough, so I just wanted to document how I'm going about balancing my transitional life right now, which is finding a job, finding a place to live in a completely new country, new city. It's really taking a toll. I am humbled, I face rejection, but I just have to remind myself that I put myself in this situation and I'm incredibly privileged to be able to be here. But it's okay to feel those things and also feel like you just don't want to get out of bed some days and you don't want to put your best foot forward some days. That is totally normal. I'm just going to document my self-care the next few days. I hope that keeping up with these habits will help me come back to myself again and again at the end of each day so that I don't forget who I am and what I have to offer. So with that being said, I really hope that you can join me, and I'm sending you all of the love in the world. Thank you for being here. We are starting off with some advice from my mama because a mother's words are always steeped in wisdom. She told me that when you're in a transitional phase in life, all you want to do is get to the next thing. Get that job, get that flat, get that friend group. We can be so fixated on propelling ourselves forward that we just forget the now. And now is truly all we have. And everything ahead of us will come to us. And when it does, when we have that life we've always wanted, we will look back and romanticize and yearn for the times where it felt like we had all the time in the world. I will yearn for the now. So before all else, the first thing I'm turning to get out of my slump is joy and fun. Because as temporary as this feels, this right now is my life. And the present cannot be neglected. Everything else is just a prediction. We have come to Manchester for the day for work. Got my little cappuccino and I'm kind of ready to get stuck in to the work day. One thing I try to do when I'm in a transitional period in life is to really try to emulate what I'm used to so that I have some familiarity and structure in my days. I'm used to going into an office 5 days a week, and now that I'm job searching, I don't have that structure, but that's not to say that I can't create that structure for myself. I always think of it like we set an alarm and we show up for work because we have bosses and colleagues that are relying on us. So then why can't we show up for ourselves when we are relying on us? Like, I am heavily relying on myself right now to find myself a job, a place to live, to forge my next opportunity. And I sometimes really struggle to just get up and start my day because I have been low-key spiraling because it's all very overwhelming. But that doesn't change the facts. I really struggle not having separation between work and play and not having set hours to call it a day. So coming to a city like this to have a proper work day and knowing that when I get home and get off the train, I can relax, that's a great thing for my mental health. I'm going to show you how I'm structuring my days. One huge element of self-care is actually showing up for yourself and keeping your promises to yourself and putting in the work. Okay, welcome to my Notion, welcome to my brain. I kind of use this for everything. I've started my day with a little to-do list. Something else I like to do is just time block a little bit. So I might write sorry, I'm typing with one hand, but I might write before lunch and after lunch, email the rest of the companies with my updated CV that I'm going to be doing this morning. Another thing Notion is great for is tracking the status of something, which is why I love using it for reading and tracking my books as well. But it's also great when you're reaching out to different companies and you want to keep tabs on when you sent an email out. I just find this really easy to stay on top of who I need to respond to, who I need to follow up with, and keep adding new companies that I find in my research. finished up lunch. Now we're just kind of scouting out our next little area to work for a couple of hours. I think it's really important, if you can, to just switch up your environment to get too stuck. It's 5 o'clock and it's pitch black. Don't you just love that? Today was good. I think the big lesson that I'm learning is to take the small wins. I didn't pump out a bunch of applications like I wanted to. Things took me a lot longer than I thought. Sorry, you can't see me, but I'm gonna keep talking. But yeah, it's kind of easy to be a bit deflated at the end of the day, like, oh, I just didn't put my name out there, 21. I haven't really made progress, but I have. And that's a little feeling that I've been struggling with as well. Like, not every day is an action day. I think that there are days where you just have to do the smaller, more tedious tasks to set yourself up for success. Love when there's like a rainbow on the plate. I was in Amsterdam a few months ago and I was obsessed with this track. I just played it like 10 times a day. I just love when you have such specific associations. Just takes you right back. Yum! Let's actually do stuff. This is getting out of hand. We need to cook. I'm gonna make an Indonesian dish that I've made a few times before. I really love it. We're gonna be using tempeh, which is one of my favorite protein sources. Super high in protein. It's also fermented, so really good for the belly. So I've added the soy sauce, peanut butter, coconut milk, and then we are just gonna squeeze in some lime. And then I'm just gonna add in like a bunch of this ginger. There's soy sauce on it, that's why it looks like manky. Okay, this is what we've ended up with. I added a little bit more of everything just to taste, and then I got lime juice all over my computer. I also added some maple syrup just to sweeten it up a little. This is what the tempeh looks like. We're about to chuck her in the air fryer. And I've just covered it with onion and garlic granules. I've added some lime in here. Yummy, looking good. This is what we ended up with. We've got a really good crispy protein sauce with a good sauce of veggies, obviously. And then this really yummy sauce to just drizzle over and basically just have like as much as you want. I'm gonna pop some on now. Yummy. And you can have this over noodles or rice, or you can just have it as a little veggie stir fry. I'm gonna go eat this. I always feel better when I eat whole foods, plant foods. I mean, that goes without saying, but if you put crap in your body, you're just gonna feel crap. And like, obviously, I'm not perfect, none of us are perfect, but this is something I'm really trying to nail recently because I noticed such a difference in my mood, my skin, just everything. I feel like we're all so disconnected as a species to the earth, and like eating from the earth is one of our biggest points of disconnect, I think, because now we obviously just eat so much processed food and stuff that is so far removed from the planet. So yeah, eating beautiful, colorful meals that have really good nutritional profile will definitely leave me feeling really great. I'm drinking my peppermint tea. Baby's on the love and life. Physical exercise, let's talk about it. We all know that exercise makes us feel better. Scientifically, chemically speaking, it releases endorphins. I don't need to explain that to you, particularly on days when you find yourself self-sabotaging. Like, look at this beautiful space that I have to run in right now, and I was sitting in my house about 20 minutes ago thinking there's literally nothing I'd rather do, and now I'm here. It's like there's literally nothing I'd rather do than this, you know? Something I've been really practicing remembering is that physical exercise will help my mind in the moment. I woke up this morning with a lot of anxiety, a lot of stuff on my mind, and right now it's gone. Why is it gone? One reason: I'm putting myself through physical discomfort right now. And I don't care whether you run, walk, Pilates, yoga, lift in the gym, do whatever you want, but push yourself to a point of physical discomfort. If you do that for those 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour of your day, your anxieties will dissipate because your mind is not prioritizing that right now. Right now, I'm not thinking about the anxieties that I woke up with. I'm thinking about the breathing in my lungs. I'm thinking about not rolling my ankle on the ground. All to say, I haven't even realized that my stress is gone. Physical discomfort will almost always alleviate mental discomfort, even if it's just during the workout itself. And afterwards, like, my anxieties might come back to me, but the endorphins will kick in then, you know, and I will start to feel proud of myself. You are also building confidence with yourself because you're doing hard things. I had the espresso this morning and it was like perfectly lined up. It was so satisfying, but we're just gonna have a baby one this afternoon. I have had my coffee and it is dark outside, and I've never had a coffee this close to sunset. I'm really doing well with this whole early sunset thing they have going on in the UK. So this evening I'm going to be having a very cozy night in. It's going to be a long night in because it's 5:30 and I feel like I should be going to bed now, but I have hours ahead of me. So I thought I could just vlog this night as a little segment to end this video on, because I think partaking in productive forms of self-care, like cooking a nourishing meal, going for that workout, those things are really hard, especially if you're in a period of change where you feel scared and you feel like your feet aren't on solid ground. I want you to give yourself a massive pat on the back if you have done that this week, and I want you to reward yourself with forms of self-care that are just light and fun. This kind of goes back to the joy I was talking about at the start of the video. Like, don't forget every day to do something that you genuinely want to do, not just something for the sake of building good habits, even though that is really important and that will stand you in good stead for the future. Like, I have had a really productive week and I've done a lot for myself. And tonight, I'm just going to do all of my favorite things. I'm going to watch YouTube, I'm going to read my book, I'm going to make some yummy dinner, I'm going to eat some chocolate, I'm going to watch some TV. And I'm just going to take a moment to celebrate myself and how I've gotten myself this far, and that the road ahead is uncertain, but certainty and periods of life where you feel certain about things is kind of an illusion, because none of us really ever know what's going to happen next, what's going to happen tomorrow. Maybe right now I don't have that structure that I once had in my life, but I'm learning to create it for myself, and I know that something good is going to come soon. I really, really feel it. These periods of change are really scary, but time will move us on. Everything is temporary. We are going to be okay. I'm currently watching Jack Edwards. I love him. I'm watching him organize this absolutely stunning library. Hold on. Sorry? I can't wait to have something I don't know if I'll ever achieve this, but I cannot wait to have some bookshelves of my own, and this is filling me with so much joy today. Down additions, because I borrowed all of my. He has Bunny. If you saw my last video, you know how I feel about Bunny. Talk about Samuel Johnson, Christopher Isherwood, who I wrote my dissertation on, and that is where you will find me, basically anytime. Oh my god, I just want to keep looking at it. It's so nice. It is so nice. Oh my god, that just elevated my mood tenfold. This would not be one of my videos without a little bit of a book chat. I have picked up Magnolia Park. I just want to see what all the fuss is about. I've been hearing about this series forever, and I actually picked this one up when I was in London last. I don't know if anyone caught that, but I said that I was going to the bookstore to get some horror books for my Halloween reading vlog. I actually was going to pick up this. I wanted to get Magnolia Parks in London because it is set in London. It's high society London, and I just thought it'd be really cute to pick it up in London. And I've been spending a lot of time there recently, so reading this book has been really fun, like just all the references to places. And I mean, you don't have to have been to London to enjoy this book, but if you have been, it makes the book better. I feel like when you know the areas, like it just makes it better. It's really cute, like reading through this and being like, oh my gosh, I was there the other day, you know? When I'm feeling like shit, I don't really want to like challenge myself intellectually. You might disagree, like those things might inspire you, but for me, when I feel like crap, I want to watch comfort shows. I've been watching Breaking Bad, but like we're on the 5th season, so it feels like familiar to me. I know all the characters, like I'm really enjoying it. And this just feels really chill. I don't know how like crazy this gets this as a series, but at least like the first 100 pages that I've read feels just like I'm watching Gossip Girl. There are like so many literary fiction books I have that I really want to pick up, but it's just like now's not the time, you know? Like it is many hours later. I'm sitting with a blanket, my laptop, I have a peppermint tea, I have some chocolate over there, I have my book. I'm just literally like, I love how I just did that and didn't even sip from it. It's too hot. I have just found a really good thread of book recommendations on TikTok. Like, I don't know what gods have come to my feed tonight, but like it has just popped off, particularly in like the literary fiction.
There are like so many literary fiction books I have that I really want to pick up, but it's just like now's not the time, you know? Like
I don't know, I just honestly feel like my frontal lobe is developing while I sit on this sofa right now, and I'm like, I'm ready. I'll show you what I'm doing. That's probably way more interesting than listening to me blab on. We're back in Notion. This is like my little book tracker that I have going on at the moment, and these are like books on my immediate radar that I want to like get to soon, and it just goes on and on and on down through the genres with a little key there. And yeah, we end on like memoirs and things. I'm now going to go through the process of recording all of the screenshots I just made to this little radar. I know that this is like my 3rd YouTube video, so nobody really knows what my taste in books are, but like, to be honest with you, I don't even really know. Like, I'm very much experimenting with different genres. Like, I've been reading all my life sporadically, but I've never read so consistently as I have this year, and I've really fallen in love with reading this year, and I'm trying to do a bit of a mix between reading like the most popular like book talk books to, for one, be in the know, but also I feel like a lot of those books are like good fun and they are good, and that's why they're so well loved and that's why so many people recommend them. But then on the other hand, I'm trying to find books that I might not have ever heard of, but like I see in a bookshop and it just aligns with me, or like it just sounds cool to me. Also, that's why I love book clubs. Like each person brings something new to the table, and I've read like so many books with them already that I just would never have picked up ever if I hadn't been like assigned it, you know? And so like that's kind of my next little challenge, is to like assign myself books and add books to my TBR that do intimidate me and that excite me, but that also seem very different to what I usually pick up, because I think that's where my mind is going to be like led in different directions, and where I'm going to be inspired, and where I'm going to like find my true taste. That's my little rant on books. I might leave it here. Thank you so much for watching.